Alright, welcome back. So, Ace of the Thunder. This is a pre-beta version. I was given access to this in April, and this snapshot of the game is from April 25. So, I don't know what's changed since then, because I don't think this has been updated since April. So, I don't know when the game's coming out, so don't ask me. In the last video, I did everything with the VR controllers. So, I had the rudder on the controller and the throttle and the stick and everything, but today I'm using a proper flight stick and I'm using rudder pedals. When I do play this game, I think I'm going to use the throttle with the hand controls, because that's what I've got today. So I'm not using the physical throttle, I'm using the in-game throttle, so to speak. So yeah, a proper flight stick, proper physical rudder pedals and brake pedals, but I'm using the in-game throttle. In my previous video, I did everything with the VR controllers. So that's how it is at the moment. Okay, Sopwith Camel it is. So I'm using physical controls now. I've taken the throttle off the left hand, and I've bound all the buttons. Okay. Let us try and take off. The throttle isn't bound properly, so that my throttle is acting like a digital button for some reason. I don't know why. Let us take off. What I've immediately taken off. There's no undercarriage, obviously. We'll bring the throttle down a bit. What I've noticed, there's no map. Okay, amazing. So, and the flight instructor is a bit more lenient. It's it doesn't keep you flying level. So this is a bit wonky. Right. What I first noticed about this game is how smooth it is. When I play War Thunder in VR on the PC, it constantly stutters on me. I don't know why. But this is buttery smooth, absolutely buttery smooth. And it looks amazing. So I don't think you'll be disappointed with the visuals. I think this snapshot, I think that the graphics you're seeing now, the snapshot is probably based on the PlayStation 5. I'm guessing that's what it's based on. So if you've got a PlayStation 5, I think this is what it'll look like. Even though you can't see what VR looks like. So there you go. Let us see what we can do. So I haven't mentioned it before, but there are 3 or 4 different types of planes. There are boom and zoom planes on one side of the scale, and turn and burn planes on the left-hand side of the scale, on the other side of the scale. And in the middle, there's energy fighters. But that whole scale is encompassed by energy fighting. It's hard to explain, and I'll probably do another video on it, but some planes are better at booming and zooming, and some planes are better at diving, turning and burning. And it's something you've got to learn. I mean, obviously, if you're not familiar with flight simulators, that's the first thing you need to learn, is what sort of plane you're flying. But technically speaking, most of these biplanes are turn and burn. Some of them are boom and zoomers, but they're all energy fighters. When you're doing this dance with another plane, you are turning and burning, but you are trying to conserve as much energy as possible. So effectively, everything is energy fighting. But some planes focus on the boom and zoom side of it, and some planes focus on the turn and burn side of it, and that's something you've got to learn. And it's not something that you can do in 5-minute video. So let us see what we can do. I haven't. I can't. I can see the dots. It's hard to tell if some of those dots are balloons or not. I think a lot of them are balloons. But we'll see. So the Spad, I think, is more of a boom and zoom than the Camel. I think the Camel's more of an energy turn and burn. But as I said, it's something you've got to learn. Okay. And obviously, the next thing you need to learn is your silhouettes. What planes are. And I'm not familiar with every First World War plane. So, we'll see. Okay. So, yeah, there's a couple of Germans there, look. Obviously, because they're not in blue. Not blue, shoot. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Turn, 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 turn. Oh, it's so hard to keep it level. But it is amazing, and it's we have a number of biplanes in War Thunder as well. But it's quite difficult to keep your eye on the opponent. Wowzers! And the good thing about this being on VR is that everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's finding it difficult. It was a bit of a hit. See, you notice I've just been doing loops. I've been trying to not turn so much. Just try and do loops. Is that another one? It is, isn't it? But it is something you will learn. But it's so difficult to explain. Dreidecker. Not at the moment. Okay. Whoa! I can't believe how smooth this is. Because it can be a bit jarring in War Thunder. Oh. Okay. As I said, it's quite hard to tell what's what. Although the plane with 3 wings is obviously an enemy. But this will be so much fun with your friends. Whoa, I think I stalled the plane. No, 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 no. Shizzle. I stalled it. So, conserving energy is the key. Okay. That didn't work very well. I got a bit too greedy then. Okay, let's try the Spad. As I said, I think... Oh, I can spawn again. Can I put... No, I can't put anything on it. Let's try the Spad. It sounds French, doesn't it? The engine sounds French. Okay, let's see what happens. I never use that scope. But yeah, it's silky smooth. I mean, I have got a decent computer, but as I said, I think these graphics are based on the PlayStation 5 hardware. So I think most people that have a PlayStation VR headset on a PC will be able to play it, and obviously PlayStation 5 people will have no problem. But yeah, it's silky smooth and it feels amazing. It's I said we have a couple of biplanes on War Thunder, but they're not as old as these ones. We have the CR42, a couple of the Gladiators, Chikers, things like that. You know, the late biplanes, but nothing like this. Although I do have the Rise of Flight game, but I don't know if that's VR or not. I'll have to check that out. That's an amazing game. I mean, it's really old, but it's an amazing game. Okay, let's get some altitude. Because I'm pretty sure this is more of a... I'm pretty sure it's... Oh, that mirrors looks good. I'm pretty sure it's more of a boom and zoomer. Maybe. The only problem is, these planes don't really have a climb rate. Okay, so I don't think there's any planes left. I don't see any planes. I don't know if I can attack stuff on the ground. Maybe I can. Okay, I don't see any planes. I'll just see if I can... I don't know if it'll work, but I'll dive on something. If I can see it. No, maybe not. Whoa. Oh, that looks like some sort of turret, doesn't it? Okay. So yeah, as I said, I don't see any planes. Oh, we have... Oh, really? Unbelievable. Where did it go? Oh, he went there. I'm trying to get... So he's a turn and burner, and I'm not. So he's going to lose a lot of energy trying to turn constantly. But because I didn't know he was there, I'm at a disadvantage. So I'm trying not to turn with it too much, but it's not the best example. And then I'm going to try and loop over, try and keep the speed, although it may not work. Bear in mind, this is just a bot. And bots do magical things because they have infinite energy, the bots do, so it's quite a good thing to learn against. You're learning against planes that are have infinite energy, and you're trying to conserve energy. And I'm going to overheat my engine. Okay. So all those turns, they just steal energy from you. But if you're a computer bot, it doesn't matter because you just got infinite energy. Because that's how the computer works. Okay, that didn't work properly. How on earth did that happen? There's no air brake on this plane. Okay. So if this was a player and not a computer, it would be a completely different story. Okay, that was lucky. Let's get out of here. Run away. Yeah, so conserving energy is the key, but it's quite hard to... I'd have to do a separate video on it. Unfortunately, on these... Okay, is that another one? There might be another plane behind me. maybe? No? No, I think so. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. Yeah, so where's my... I've dropped my hand. There you go. Pick my hand up. Yeah, these are amazing. They really are amazing, and the graphic models aren't too bad either. But as I said, I'm sure this build is a snapshot of a PlayStation 5 build from April. So, and it still looks pretty decent. It still looks decent. Of course, we do have the central powers. We have the dry. I thought the dry decker was red, but this one's yellow. And the Fokker D, one of the most dangerous planes of the war. That's what Biggles said, anyway. So I think we've only got 4 at the moment. So can we get any closer? I don't think we can. Yeah, it's pretty decently modelled, isn't it? Wood grain and such. Right, I'll leave it there. So yeah, I could do a video because obviously people that play War Thunder and flight sims, when they come over to this, if they come over to this, they most people know about energy fighting, but people that are just VR enthusiasts that want to start flying, some of them may not know what turn and burn means. They may not know what energy fighting means. They may not know what boom and zoom is. So I think we should do a video on that. It's but as I said, I don't know everything about it, but it is something you need to learn if you're going to play. Well, obviously you don't want to be shot down all the time and wondering why. You know, why doesn't this plane turn as good as the other plane? You know, because it's not. You know, it's not designed to. Right. We'll come back to this. Ooh. Very nice. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you later. Goodbye.